Do you have Lyme disease? Check out Anthony's story. He was not diagnosed with Lyme. They told him he had heart problems all of a sudden, came out of nowhere. Yet he had a lot of symptoms over the years that no one found. No doctors looked thoroughly enough. And check out his story, see what we found.
I've had advanced heart failure for almost 6 years now, and I've seen at least 7 cardiologists, probably heart failure specialists. Not one of them could ever give me the slightest inkling why I got advanced heart failure. Why did I get it? What caused it? What could have caused it? They didn't even really have a guess, other than telling me it was a common cold, and they were very far off. And that's not a knock to them. They're educated, they're professional, but this is just the way they do medicine. They just wanted to throw pills at me, and I was taking 22 pills at one point per day. I was getting blood work 3 times a week sometimes. I almost got a heart transplant. I almost had an experimental surgery. I would have been one of the first people in the whole state to get it. And I'm really glad that I didn't do any of that, because we would have found out that while it may have benefited me, it wouldn't have been necessary to walk through that hell, because we found what we needed to find. They just wanted to make me comfortable as if I were a senior citizen, but I was 30 years old. So, it's different now. Things are different now, and I'm glad that I am where I am, and I'm taking the least amount of medicine I have in almost 6 years. It took less than 6 weeks for Dr. Nancy to find what doctors didn't find in almost 6 years. So I'm getting so much more than treatment because I'm getting a ton of education. The future finally doesn't look so dark, because I now know what I should be eating, what I shouldn't be eating, what I should be drinking, what I shouldn't be drinking. I sort of had the idea, and that's why I came here, because I knew that this idea was backed and believed and researched by everyone on the team. So I know that this is the way we're supposed to be living. So when you're living this way, life is automatically just going to improve. It really is. As long as you stay disciplined and you do what you're supposed to do, it really does. It works for sure. It's an investment in our health, and that's what we're doing. We're out here, and people will pay top dollar for these silly little material things, and then they'll put Burger King in their body and wash it down with a Coke. And it's insane, because our body is the only thing that's with us for our whole lives. We're in this body our whole lives, and once it breaks down, I can tell you that it's very, very hard to repair. This is a lifestyle change. I will be like this until the day I die. It's the right path for sure.
I'm Dr. Nancy Belvo, certified functional medicine practitioner. Comment consult below, and our team can reach out to help you get a free 15-minute consult with us to see if this is something we can do to help you to live your best life, get answers, and actually feel like yourself again.